This is Ben for Say Away Gaming, and I'm here with our second place for our custom banlist tournament. What's your name and what did you play?
Tommy with the Hobby Squad. I played Drytron, not regular Drytron. This is Drytron with no Mubeta, no Cyber Emergency, no Appaloosa, no Zeus, no Prosperity, and Spiral is basically full power. It's going to be interesting. It was an interesting experience. I got second, and I guess I was supposed to show this at the end, but I'm flexing it early. Second place, not too bad. First place got a Ghost Crystal Wing. Highly recommend checking out the store, Say Away Gaming. 3 Alpha, 3 Zeta, pretty standard. I had to like max out on these names. I only did 2 Gamma. This could have been a mistake. It could be 3, but the whole deck is trying to see Ben 10, I've noticed. If you don't see Ben 10, you're kind of screwed because you have no way to get your Alpha to Grave off of a Mubeta. So, like, this and Zeta doesn't really do much for the deck. Like, you just end on, like, an IP into a Unicorn, which is pretty bad. Diviners, I played 3. I almost played what's the other level 4 that searches rituals? Manju or something to make Dweller off of the other combo with the Megalith stuff, but I ended up cutting it because I couldn't do it consistently, and it was only good against a few decks. The one Orange Light, I played this to play around Nib every once in a while. It didn't really play around Nib too much, but Nib is at 2 anyway, and it mostly was just to play around Dark Ruler and Kaiju's if my Perfection gets Kaiju'd. I played all the 3, I had Angels, and the 1 Perfection. This was MVP. The whole point of the deck was pretty much just end on Perfection. You get like 2 to 3 negates, and then you get a tag out with the full and wipe a board, which is pretty good for the format we're in. I will post in my, this is your video, but I will post the ban list we used after. I don't know if they might do it too.
Yeah.
But
we'll do a shout out for your channel after.
Word, and like, yeah, just post the ban list so they know what we're playing with and everything. I did three Fafnir because you need more consistency. If you have this, you add the spell. If you have the spell, you add this.
Outside of consistency, how good was the Fafnir today?
It was really good. I mean, just seeing Nova is pretty strong because Nova means Alpha, which means you get Venten and you can play. Like, without that, you literally can't play. I mean, you can play, it's just not very good. Pre-prep was amazing. It's pretty much allows the deck to still be viable. Getting pre-prep's insane. Getting this is also insane. This is just more Ben 10s. The Desires was pretty questionable. Last second decision. I was cutting this entirely because if you hit Ben 10 off this, you essentially lose. But you could also argue if you don't draw a Ben 10 or a way to get Alpha, you also lose. So you try to search Ben 10 first, however you can, and search out your Medionis. And I did play 2 just because of this card in case, because you never know. But like, and then if they don't let you search into Ben 10, you try to draw an Alpha, and a +1 is just insane. So I decided to play it. The 1 Foolish, the 2 Spell, the Medionis, the 1 Dawn, and this format we were allowed to play 1 Pot of Greed, so I decided to play it. The deck was all gas, pretty much no break. I did not play any going second cards, no hand traps. It was just straight combo.
Only hand trap you played was the 1 Orange Light.
Yeah, Orange Light, true. I actually sacked someone with it too.
Explain that.
Someone was playing Prank Kids, and I just sacked him with it, pretty much. That's what it came down to. Link Karibo, Nightmare. Okay, so I already said a little about the extra. There's no Mubeta, no Appaloosa, no other stuff. No Zeus. So like, this is just makeshift as can be. We had this card just to poke for damage. This came up a lot. The Unicorn came up a lot. So did this came up a lot too. I've never seen this come up for me in like normal game. Mostly because I just make DPE in a normal game, but this was going crazy. Beatrice, this is your Mubeta essentially. Like, if you can't get a way to dump Alpha, you dump it with this, and this becomes your Mubeta. It's just a more clunky version. Like, it's just not quite as good. Access code, I can play 2 Link 4s, so I played this and Boral. just because you have the room now. You have the room to play just random stuff like this. This is my Zeus. I just go diviner with one name and make this. I didn't make it at all today, but it was an option. 2 of these, just because you have the room, you can do on the kickback, get another diviner search. This came up once today, just to pop a monster. Not bad. I played, oh my god, I forgot I played this, yeah. I didn't make this once. This was just another Link 1. And then the IP, the IP was amazing. I would almost consider running 2 IP because it came up a few times. Side deck, this is the worst part of the deck, I think, because I wasn't really prepared for spirals because I wasn't around in that format. I quit in like 2014, came back a few years ago, so I missed that format. So I just winged it. I figured a lot of decks were slowed down in the meta, so I figured like this was a safe bet. I decided against a few matchups, like against like the zombie deck and stuff. Like this just seemed like to deal with like the main issue. Nib, I should have had 2 of these. I only had 1 for the tournament because I only own 1. Because I sold my other ones because they were the old secrets and I wanted money. But then I have the Maxi. I sided it just because like drawing it going first is not very good. I want combo pieces going first only, so I just opted to go no hand traps. And then 3 Twister. I just did a bunch of back row hate. Double Heavy Storm because this was legal. This was at 2. I only have 1 heart piece, but it doesn't really ever matter because I don't have any back row, so the Heavy Storm's the same thing. 2 Dark Ruler. I was still at 1, so this is my 1 going first card. I decided sometimes to not get Dark Rulered, to stop spells, and then the reboot. So overall, yeah, that was the deck and the side.
How was your tournament experience? What was your record?
It was great. I highly recommend this. It's really cool just to have a card pool where you can just like mess around with your friends, make your own list essentially, because that's what we're doing here. Like people are just like BSing what the list should be, any updates in that. I think it's a really cool concept.
Any noteworthy matchups?
I beat Spiral once, lost to it. Oh yeah, the noteworthy matchup was in finals when I lost to Maxi, the one of Maxi, because I opened cracked. I opened like multiple negates with an IP with a full. That would have been my end board, but instead I got Maxi, so I just passed because I didn't want to give him cards, and he then Zombie World locked me with whatever that other card was.
Ouch.
Yeah, the trap card that locks you into not summoning.
Zombies do zombie things.
So I lost, but I still got this. He got the Crystal Wing, which was hype. Good for him. Mm-hmm. Shout out Kai. Shout out the Hobby Squad. Shout out Selwa.
And then what's your YouTube?
My YouTube's the Hobby Squad.
All right.
No spaces, just the Hobby Squad. Yep.
All right, so for Say Away Gaming, this has been Ben signing out.